All right, anyway.
Yep.
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts.
We know this.
If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
God, it's like we know this from. This has been a general, plot. Like it's almost like the Godo's is right behind
right
you,
there.
going. We've already discussed this.
We've been over this.
Yeah.
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Is this why the same animal is on so many planets? Like not in the game, but like canonically, like why there's just like rancors everywhere.
We just grab him and toss him.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's almost he's like half person, half narrator.
Definitely has the narrator voice. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to get, I'm getting 90% info and 10% personality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get a feel for personality.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, I mean, again, we're getting the Cliff Notes version of his dialogue because
sure.
we wouldn't obviously we'd be gallivanting with him across the galaxy.
For sure. And again, you want to get the perspective of the outsiders.
Yeah.
Why are the Jedi Order important in your estimation?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role.
Right, the famous heroes of the war.
Yeah.
What else would you like to know?
Or the scapegoats of everything.
Or the scapegoats.
The scapegoats or the figureheads, depending on how you look at it, right? Yeah. It was all this person's fault. Or it was this person saved all the problems, even though it was actually a group effort of all these people. But that's the person who gets the credit.
But let's be real. Ben, all armored up at the front of the battle lines, is a pretty sick fucking image.
That is a super sick image.
It's a pretty cool poster.
Yeah.
Tell me about, I guess, the Republic, then.
Yeah.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time.
I mean, we know. Again, Godo's standing behind us, or floating behind us, rather.
The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us seemed limitless.
They were.
Many worlds
Literally
were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. While it is said that Revan and several Republic heroes and Jedi defeated Malak, in many ways Malak had already won.
Okay, sorry. Pause.
Pause.
What would you have done or said or reacted if the tweet that Star Wars officially put out that elicited Frodo's reaction actually said, "Did you know that Palpatine secretly had access to a Star Forge on Exegol, and that's where the Final Order came from?"
Okay, I mean, I would still reply with Frodo going, "No, how would we know that?" But honestly, I thought that's what they were doing when I saw the trailer, and it was like there's a bunch of Star Destroyers. I'm like, oh, we doing like a Starforge thing? I mean, I don't care if you just lift it from KOTOR. Like, if you can explain it, I don't give a fuck. But I mean, then they explained it with "Shut up, we built it though," and stole a bunch of people, I guess, and made them Sith. I guess, cool.
I mean, your brain goes to a million possibilities, and including like seeing the trailer and seeing all the black and seeing the Sith troopers, right, and all that. You're kind of going like, are these like zombie ships? Are these ghost ships? That are just powered on raw Sith fuckery? You know, like, what are we doing here? And then it's like, no, we just secretly did it though. And you're like, oh, okay.
And like, yeah, because the Starforge is cool because it basically supplements an army with droids, right? Like it not only does it manufacture ships and stuff, it manufactures droids, which allows you to have them man stations instead of people, right? So you could actually build an infinite fleet on limited manpower because You only need so many people to man stuff.
But the Starforge is magic bullshit.
It's magic force bullshit, yes.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, Star Wars is magic bullshit.
Of course. But what I'm saying is that, like, the ability to, like, take and accept the Starforge, right?
Yeah.
And, like, somehow you create an explanation that is even more ridiculous and hard to believe than it's a magic perpetual motion engine.
Yeah.
Right? It is cold fusion. Every impossible engineering feat has been accomplished by this machine all at once. And it somehow is, like, even dumber than that. It is, no, we raised a secret, gigantic population in the shadows and black marketed parts through trade covers to bring them over here.
Which again just shows how much they didn't think it out or think it through. Because as we know, and I mean, I'm no fucking authority on all of the Star Wars canon. I know KOTOR, I know KOTOR 2, I know KOTOR 1 way more than KOTOR 2. And I can point to so many things where it's like, oh, they could have just had a Starforge like that. They could have done this. They could have done this. They could have done this, and they couldn't have even. They didn't even think of that. They just went, fuck it. They built a fleet, and they all have Death Star cannons.
Yep.
Which, again, if you think, again, going back to the don't think about the sequels too hard.
Yep.
How did they get all the Kyber crystals to fire the Death Star cannons? Because the Kyber crystals are gone. Because Ilium was the Starkiller base, which got blown up.
Not to mention the
don't think about it though, Woolie.
The Sith cultists all raising this population of billions of people.
Yeah.
And yet somehow this knife is the only way to find our way back.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
The planet.
And I guess no one can leave. How do you feed those people? How do you fucking feed those people? Do they just exist purely off of Darkseid?
You know, I would have accepted.
Do they just continually clone Palpatine and feed that to their soldiers?
Dude, it's dumb. But I would have accepted that Palpatine figured out a way to Darkseid feed a population of pretty much zombie people.
Yeah.
So they're all fucked up and not really existing.
Yeah.
But that's where you get the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? You need the raw numbers to pilot all this shit.
Yeah.
This is what you're looking at. They're barely alive.
Mm-hmm.
And like Palpatine is already fucking with life on such a regular basis that fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Under these suits is like a collapsing body that has been sustained by dark side nourishment.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, long and short, the stuff in the sequels, it's not well thought out. It's very surface level, and it's not even that, like, the stuff in the earlier, like, in prequels and in the original stuff, there's plenty of things that are clearly not well thought out. They're just kind of like, whatever, But, like, you can still at least justify it with stupid magic bullshit. Like, it's really hard to be like, by the way, this person can heal now. And we can just heal people, so there's no more consequence anymore. It's still got to be a story and a narrative, and if one of your characters can just revive people, it's like you've lost the story. The story is no longer, nothing is important in that story now.
I hate when the answer is don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, I know. The idea is don't try and explain your world's technology. That's the ultimate. If you can just do that, as soon as you start explaining it, then people go, but what about that technology then? How does that work? Then you go, fucking midichlorians. Okay, let's get back to the conversation.
When it is said that Revan and several Republic heroes in the Jedi defeated Malak, in many ways Malak already won.
The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. What else would you like to know?
So we were saying if there was some type of hungry boy moving around the galaxy doing some damage, it would be the worst possible time for him to do any damage. Got it.
Man, for being such an influential character in this time in history, like Malak is not. He just doesn't have as much going on as like everyone else.
Yeah.
Malak really just kind of tripped and fell into history, whereas like Revan is a fucking clear, charismatic leader for a reason.
Yeah.
And we got crusty boys and hungry boys and old ladies, but Malak was just kind of like, I was here
though, guys.
And then I did the thing, and then it made a big difference.
I just love that everyone kind of shits on Malak. Like he's just kind of a nothing.
It's surprising.
He's a Darth Vader stand-in.
Yeah, you're like, man, you really just tripped into like the all-star team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just there, and I'm happy that this game kind of like actively makes fun of him, because no one else really actively makes fun of him. They just kind of go like, yeah, and just like the fact that HK is like, yeah, he's fucking dumb. He's a fucking idiot.
You know, you got Jordan, Pippen, you got fucking, you know, you got the full team, the whole Last Dance crew, Rodman, all of them, and then you just got this guy that's like, hey, I showed up, you know.
And you're like, oh,
you got Air Bud.
okay, yeah, exactly.
You got Air Bud hanging out.
Hey, you look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
Man, I don't think your faces blur together because your face looks very well modeled and like nothing of the other faces we can see.
Why would they put that question in without having a follow-up to it?
Because
is it just a joke for the alternate playthrough?
Because it's a question you get with that's an influence score as the other gender. So we can. That's basically it. We've done it. We've done everything.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
Because I have a Force bond I need severed to get some answers. The Sith are awake in the galaxy, and I'm going to need their help to stop them. Because they need to answer for what they did to me. I don't want to talk about it. Well, of these answers, which are all true,
that's gonna be a dark.
That's a big old Sith answer.
That's a Sith answer, but that's worded. Just the context of the wording can imply many things, but yes.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't.
Yeah, but it's it's lower on the list, which means
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really wish it wasn't.
I know, but
for better and for worse, I want to know what the fuck, guys.
yeah. Also, Woolie, do you like Sith caves?
Well,
then we got to be a little bit of a good boy.
I understand that. Yeah, this is the most light-sidey light boy.
Yeah, we need to help to stop the Sith. Da, 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 da.
I mean, this is kind of actually this, but
just
less
the nice,
evil.
Yeah, that's more neutral.
Right, that is the neutral way to play it, but this is the big blue boy.
Yep.
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, trust me, and then there you go.
They're out there. You know.
Yep.
No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khoon and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
Okay.
That was a lot of info.
Speaking of Khoon, check out this armor. Like, ching. Alright, so he just walked out of the video game.
He's in the Enclave. Would you like to know his deal now or later?
Now.
Okay. He was a Padawan at the Jedi. When right before the Sith, or right before the Jedi went to go fight the Mandalorian Wars.
Definitely gives me Jedi vibes.
And he had eyes for you. He wanted you. You came and trained. He was a youngling, and you trained one of his classes. And he was like, "Yo, dog." And he was about to ask you to basically be his. Can I be your Padawan? Can you train me? And then you pieced off. And of course, he got super resentful. And then he got super butthurt. And eventually,
like Atris style.
No, not that crazy, but it was just kind of like, oh, god damn it. And he just basically kind of fell out of love with the Jedi Order.
Okay.
And left. He just left. Because he couldn't really complete his training because there was a war going on and no one was really training Padawans at that point. So he kind of just fucked off to the Republic and did some odd jobs, historian and stuff, and he is currently a spy for the Republic to try and figure out what the fuck is going on, where the fuck is Revan, and it's funny because he absolutely knows who you are in that conversation. He knows exactly who you are in that conversation. So it's like, when he's kind of like talking around things, it's kind of like he's clearly showing deception.
So he left early on and then
he just never completed his training.
And
then
became a Republic spy instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why you can train him as a
of course
as a Jedi.
Force sensitive, yeah, no question.
Now here's the crazy part. I won't go into the details because again, that's now we're starting to push up against the
Michael.
What?
Michael.
Mikhail, yeah, Mikhail. It's that's his real name. In the same way that Handmaiden has a name as well too. Basically, I won't go into details because we're hitting end game stuff. I'll bring it up again in more detail as we get closer to the end. But he figures it out. He knows exactly what the fuck happened and where Revan is and what's going on.
Well, you're a historian. Like, you should be on top of that.
And
that like if you like if anybody is gonna have the ability to piece it together,
Yeah.
it's the man with the details, right?
yeah, so once you complete his thing, he absolutely gets it. He completely calls it and goes,
Interesting.
"This is what's going on. Holy fuck, this is what's going on." And then gets his mind wiped. All right, moving on.
So what? Here's a question. We'll leave that alone.
Yep.
What is Atris like when you're a girl?
Oh, same thing. Like super fucking like.
Okay, so you just end up having to.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's more sexual and when with
Kyle.
obviously with having a Atris being like I fucking like she clearly like almost loves you, but it makes more sense if you're a guy in that case. But it's 2020 now. We're all about inclusivity and stuff, so it works both ways.
Okay, so they're both people that are all like, oh, I wanted in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was because guess what? You have this weird ability to inspire people, and people just follow you around. So all these mercenaries, there was a big fight, and they got a bunch of lightsaber damage. There's a bunch of holes of lightsaber strikes in there. So big pile of dead mercenaries at the back of the room.
Okay. Also, like, because he was mostly giving exposition there and less personality, what's his personality like?
Simp. Not to like go. I don't want not to like lean into the meme, but he's kind of.
He seems like a like British accented,
Simp.
honorable man.
Like simp is the only word I can think of.
Does he have a sense of humor? Is he just self-serious the whole time?
I usually pick handmaiden. So I
Yeah.
don't know the finer details.
Yeah.
Again, I'm currently running through the game again on a dark
Boring.
side. On a dark side.
Bland maiden.
Bland. Not wrong.
Damn.
Considering again, I keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, he figures it out, and arguably is one of the most important characters in your party because of it. And I still like. Oh yeah, he does that.
He's very, very British. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's probably the way to do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Not much
And
there.
you can make him into a Jedi consular.
What
You can make him into another wizard.
the fuck are we looking at?
You're looking at a statue,
Yeah.
and then a pile of dead bodies, and,
Yeah.
and a thing. I think you're looking at a quest trigger.
Okay.
Those are Asgul's orders.
Just Bowder is just like just stepping on the bodies.
Yeah, just crunch, crunch, crunch. Data pad contains orders from Azul, or Azkul, the leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Vrook has wandered into the Enclave alone. You will take full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our nook in the Kinrath Caves and await transport to Nar Shaddaa. He will fetch a fine bounty. Well, we found Vrook.
Hey, Vrook, old man, you're not too bad. Look at you.
Not too bad, but he still got caught.
Well, yeah, but like
I guess he is an old man.
he did work.
Yeah, no, he put up a fight.
He did work.
He put up a fight.
Ed Asner ain't that bad.
For all of for all the talk about how like super big and beefy Jedi are, you always look and it's like there's like 3 bodies here.
Yeah.
So like was there 8 people and you lost 8 people, or was there like 200 people?
Again, how many clone troopers does it take to Order 66 a Jedi?
Apparently not as many as you would think. Even in the comics when they do it again.
Like 4?
Yeah. Apparently all you need to do is get the drop on a Jedi.
Hey, here's the weird thing. These data books, how do you read them? They don't have pages.
No, I mean, I assume it's like a data pad or like
When
a hologram.
The comics like tactfully avoid showing you how you actually flip through them. Mm-hmm. Because the dude that's reading them just kind of like has a stack and then he tosses one behind him.
I mean,
but I'm like, how do you actually start interfacing with it?
Maybe it's like you walk around with your own personal Kindle data pad and you just
That's what I was
and you just
wondering.
like Bluetooth's in, or Wi-Fi or space Wi-Fi's in.
Or like,
I will say though, and I think this is one of the biggest I think this is one of the reasons why like knowledge keeps getting lost in Star Wars is it's all digital. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just write this shit down on paper? Like honestly, like it's so easy to wipe. Like it happens. It happens in the Vader comics. Like all like data just gets wiped and it's like it's gone. And it's like just back that shit up.
yeah, you
Write it down.
a Death Star EMP could absolutely fuck over a planet.
Yep. Oh, we missed a room.
How about that?
It's a good thing we came back this way. No, you're good. You're good. They're not gonna. They're behind you. Oh yeah. I guess we should use the demo guy for demo. Makes sense. But yeah, it's like, and it seems to be pretty common that the data keeps getting lost in this universe. Like constantly keeps getting lost.
like, has that ever even been, like, a thing where, like, a planet-wide EMP just kills all information?
Oh, it has to be, right? It's gotta be a book somewhere. Just like a power outage. I mean, like, it has to be something like that. Yeah, now that sounds really good. Immunity belt sounds very good. But it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it gives you a lot more protections to everything, gives you resistance to stuff, but it drops your accuracy and all that kind of stuff. It's okay. There's a better version of it, but it's okay.
Also, when blasters aren't gonna do shit anymore, you gotta get your slug throwers out.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, like Blade Runner has a really good example of this, where like basically in the sequel, they're like, oops, we lost all technology because the power went out.
Shit.
And it's like, uh-oh, and now we're trying to restore shit.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'm very happy you didn't go left, because there's a big group of guys waiting to shoot you.
Yeah?
Good.
You didn't even look, and that's fine. Also, we should save right here. Just to make sure. Hey! We didn't have to fight the save screen this time. The optional boss.
Battle.
The optional boss shows up once in a while. You know, it's like a randomly generated boss.
Well, it's ever since I turned off cloud saves or turned on. I forget which one it was.
I have to think really hard.
It has to really fight.
Yeah.
Status active.
Hey, we're floating around. Okay, well, how about that? Let's just deal with that situation.
Yep. Some more laigreks. Do. Zap. Nice. Didn't even see the target that time. It just zapped through the wall. Big old murder. Oh, we got guys to the side. Yeah, it looks like we got guys to the side just zapping too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
there you are.
looks like they came through the door. Did they open doors?
I'm wondering. You know, I gotta say I'm a little bummed out that
Oh.
What?
My laigreks! You've killed him. They're my pets.
Oh, shut up!
Are you the thief?
Kristen Shaw? What? Are you the thief that Sulu is complaining about?
I'm not a thief. People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving.
Your pets are killing people.
They only attack the bad people. The salvagers, the thieves. This place is for Jedi. They aren't Jedi. They have to leave.
Now, Woolie. She's holding a lightsaber. She's wearing robes.
But
She clearly has a very stilted view on the world.
But she's an idiot.
It's basically Snips.
I sense you have a connection. I don't care.
Dude, no, you need to. You need to.
Obviously, you're robed and you're holding a lightsaber.
You need
Why
to,
can't I tell her what for?
You need to. This can. By the way, this is restored content, as you can probably tell. We need to word this properly to get some light side points. Resist it. Resist it, Woolie. Resist the will to tell this child to go fuck herself.
I sense you have a connection to the Force.
Control your anger, Woolie. Like the true Jedi you are.
I'm a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi.
Oh my God! I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it. I don't care. I can't do it.
What's your thoughts on Snips, Woolie?
She's awful. I want out. This is fucking terrible.
I'm waiting for the Oblivion. Wait, hold on. Let me do that line again. Da 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 da.
Oh, Jesus, you're terrible. I would love it if you were Kristen Shaw. That was an overstate. That was an overshot.
Yeah,
She's
I was going to say,
talented.
when you said that, I was like,
She's talented as fuck.
All right, now this is one of those weird things where you actually want to not pick the top one. Because that's pretty fucked up.
Mabel the fucking Padawan.
Yeah.
How did a Padawan end up here?
I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith came. I was outside the Enclave when my master left me at the Mandalay estate. Shen protected me. But the Sith came asking questions. All the Mandalays died. But I hid, Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding until my master returns.
I want to make fun of the voice, but I can't tell if it's a lisp or not.
This has got to be like a fan that won a contest.
It has to be, right?
There's no way it's not.
Or like, oh shit, we forgot this dialogue. Do it.
There's no way this isn't someone's little sister.
Yeah.
Or a fan contest winner. Come on. Did you submit the best DeviantArt picture? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Way back when. Okay, these are difficult times. I was a Jedi once as well. I was a Jedi once too, and hopefully will be a...
I mean, that's pretty light-sidey to me. I mean, they're both pretty light-sidey, but that sounds more light-sidey.
We're all so broken. Things have gone so wrong. Please tell me there are masters left that can teach.
They're all dead. Their ways were weak. No.
Damn it.
I know.
This cave...
Woolie, we know. But this cave is really important.
This fucking cave, okay?
This cave?
Because I am playing the game in a way that I don't want to play right now. I'm not enjoying this form of fan. This is not canon fan. This is fan with the big ol' bracket lie bracket.
Woolie, you asked earlier about you would love to see more of Malik before you became Darth.
Fine. I get it. It's cool. It's just right now, Fanny is looking around at John off screen going, oh, you fucking... the Jedi are great! We need to defeat the Sith! Flipping through the script.
Remember betrayal? Remember that moment?
The Jedi are all dead.
Remember the moment of betrayal, Woolie? With Kreia?
No enough to teach anywhere. There are Jedi around. They're just in hiding.
It's one of those moments, Woolie.
They are like
It's
me.
very important.
I thought I was alone. Are there any masters?
It's a restored content modder's voice.
Oh my god, that would actually make perfect sense.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Can we get a fucking second source on that? Can we get a fucking second source? Oh my god.
I'll look it up a little bit later just to confirm. But, that would make a lot of sense, honestly.
It was a fan contest.
I guess it would.
It was a little sister.
Okay. All right. Well,
There's no one left
I'll
to
double check when we have a minute. But yeah.
Anywhere.
Yep.
Not even you.
Nope. Definitely not me. Get the fuck away from us.
But what should I do? I just don't know what I should do.
It's almost like if there were some sort of party I wish I could join.
Mm-hmm.
Forge your own path, kid. You know.
Yep.
Hit the dusty trail.
Yep.
Cut through those trees, find a new road.
Yep, exactly.
Adventure.
The true Jedi were the friends he made along the way and all that shit. Mamu.
That episode of Zim where he's just like, I'm sure he'll continue to be out there somewhere in the stars, you know.
Yep. All the Japanese chord progression.
I mean, although, like, let's be real.
Yeah, also.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
There was just no one else to talk to. It's been so hard. But just knowing I'm not alone. There are others like me.
This is painful.
Oh, I know.
This is painful.
Hey, about stealing.
I know that was wrong. I'll stop.
You know,
I
I'm
was
just going to
trying
take the
get enough
headphones
credits
off.
to
I can
eat.
read. That's fine.
Well, think of something
Headphones
else.
are off. I'm good.
Something that doesn't hurt anyone.
Listen, I don't know if I could do a better job. I'm no voice actor.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, appreciate Miss Hale when you get her.
Absolutely.
Just appreciate her.
Absolutely.
You know? Don't, yeah. Okay. They keep giving you the extreme.
Yeah.
I'm a Jedi and could use any artifacts you have found.
I found some things. I don't know how to use them. Here, you can have them.
Like, she's like...
I had a holocron, but it said
hold on.
terrible things. I threw it far away.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, dude, she is like in her, like, she's like 17 probably, right? Minimum 17.
Yep.
Like, to early 20s.
Yeah.
She's not a child.
Yeah.
Right? She's clearly raised an idiot in the fucking school.
Yeah.
It is what it is. but like, how can you get through Jedi Padawan training being this dumb? Like, you kind of have to be educated as well. Like, even if you're one of the heavy hitters, you kind of still have to be aware of the laws and the words and the studies and the
So my only interpretation of this is, I mean, she's clearly been hiding here for years and has just kind of like gone off the grid because she has went nuts and something like that. Also, maybe tying into the fact that this holocron said terrible things to her. But they did mention earlier, Kreia keeps alluding to it, that like you take away the Force, and a fucking Jedi is real dumb. Like they're like I'm trying to picture Mace Windu cooking.
I guess, man.
I don't know if they could do menial tasks.
Well, they're still like book smart.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the other thing. They're still reading and they're still learning.
Think about that character in the comic book where there was a Jedi where the Vader Palpatine was like, "Hey, did you find that Jedi?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, so what was up?" And he's like, "He was hiding as a priest." And Palpatine's like, "A priest?"
That's exactly.
It was like you give them the chance to become anything, and they do the closest thing they can to being a Jedi.
Exactly.
What a fucking tool.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. And he just chuckles to himself as they walk away.
Oh, I mean, that's the most appropriate response.
Exactly.
It's like you just did the same thing, idiot. Like,
but she's not even
target.
like book smart. She's just stupid.
Yeah.
What did it say?
What did the holocron say?
It told me the Jedi were no more, that I needed to survive and do anything to protect my home.
All right, let's just get out of this car.
We're almost done.
Let's just get through.
We're almost done.
Listen to your master's lessons, not the holocron.
Yep.
Listen to Sith holocron, it can be dangerous. Those are wise lessons Padawans should learn. What's the holocron now? What are they learning to do? I don't know, man. Wise lessons a Padawan should learn that the Jedi were no more.
For sure. Listen to your master's lessons, not the holocron.
The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me.
We talked about this. It's the holocron Sith artifacts can literally have like a presence field, like an area of an effect field around them. We talked about this already.
I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher.
Weird cut on salvagers.
Wait, what? This was is that sentence true?
The salvager stole it?
No, it was my only teacher.
Well, probably for the last 5 years.
As in,
that was probably for the last 5 years.
After I got desperate and my real teacher was gone.
And probably stumbled across the Sith holocron that was locked up somewhere.
Okay, that was just weirdly poorly written, poorly worded.
Yeah.
All right.
What are we gonna do now? Lightsaber activate.
Like the bzzzt option is always
Master
there.
Skywalker, what are we going to do?
I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left.
Yes, go walk around and say you're a Jedi. That'll work very well.
On this planet!
Yes!
Gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them.
Oh, you're corrupted.
Yeah, may the Force be with you. Also,
shout-outs to that little kid who twitches upon the lightsaber turn off.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say he twitches like he's on Twitch or streaming.
No.
Okay.
No, there's a little moment of like.
I got very excited for a second there. I was anticipating what you're about to say, but
no, the youngling who was in the shot that's staring up at Anakin when he turns the blade on. He has a little like. Genuine moment of terror. Shoutouts to the Twitch.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you.
Yeah, bye.
And also with you. Thank you.
Please give us our light side points. Well, we got a lightsaber. Where the fuck's our light side points? Whatever.
None.
Whatever. We got a lightsaber.
None.
Whatever.
Do you hear that? You hear John? I don't.
Nope. Apparently,
the sound of silence.
Getting a Padawan back onto the right side of the Force doesn't even fucking constitute light side. Pretty fucking... Wow, John. Wow.
It's Viridian. So we got Viridian City. But I don't want a double-bladed.
Well, do you want to do that conversation again?
No!
Right answer. Let's loot these areas here.
Run into the distance, and can we just get a couple of, like, what are these things called again? These little... Whatever.
Laigreks?
Just like she runs around a corner and a bunch of them just goes after her. And
oh, you missed the part where it's her pets. So
I didn't miss it. but she's been controlling them with her evil.
Well,
super
okay,
Sith
so
ways.
here's the best possible outcome. You didn't see it, but there's currently a team of salvagers and mercenaries standing at the entrance right now, which means she just ran into them and she's probably been vaporized.
There's that. There certainly is that. And then she's been controlling and fucking whatever. But like I'm guessing the idea here is possibly that she's been staring at this evil fucking Sith holocron, and now she's all fucked up because of it, and is too corrupted to be saved.
Yeah. I mean, I think the moral there is children are easily influenced. Got it. We understand that. But man, they could have done that a little bit better. You know what? Of all the content to be cut so far,
dude, I was about to say some content was meant to be cut.
Yep. It's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't put all that stuff in there. You know when you have like
everything should be restored.
You know, that's what like the idea of like a manager or an editor, or anything like that, any sort of that task is to, you know, the creative is to come up with ideas, right, and make the stuff. But the manager goes, all right, no, we can't. We can't add a whole extra mechanic to this game. I'm sorry, but we can't. It has to still ship.
Oh.
And also, oh god, please take that out. That's really dumb.
Between the Robot Planet and like that, it's just like, yeah, not everything needs to be restored.
I've heard some really funny things with like recording albums of some of the things some of the artists have tried to do and record, and like the producers are like, fucking no, like just don't do it. Like there was one where a guy was like, we're gonna record everything equally and balanced, and we're gonna alternate all of the tracks. So drums will be on like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then it'll be just because it has to be in complete perfect balance. And it's like, and it's just like, oh god, oh no. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
So, you know, sometimes you need someone to kind of like rein people in and go, all right, listen.
Hey, what was that little moving thing over there? Oh, little robots.
Oh yeah, we've also been having our droids doing laps.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's the Black Vulcar gang. We haven't seen them in a while.
Braved the perils of the sublevel. Yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only
just shoot the droid and have him blow up while in the middle of his monologue.
Right.
But an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
Also, on that note, quickly, there's a hilarious Slipknot story of the other way around, where to get a better vocal take on the first Slipknot album, the producer just started throwing potted plants and objects at the vocalist, at Corey Taylor, to piss him off.
That's pretty funny.
And just so he's just yelling and screaming. So he just, as you're trying to do your vocal take, you have random shit being whipped at you. And so sometimes they actually help with the creative process. Continue.
Yeah.
Negotiations are not possible. A deal has been made with anxious people. People you do not cross. And now, Jedi.
Oh my god.
Yep. That was a lot of long-winded dialogue for time for a fight.
Yeah, like all right there, like
this no-name character. Well, this one-name character we've talked to once. And
he reminds me of Early from Firefly.
Yeah, he does. Never thought about that. Wow, they were really successful.
How about that?
Wow. Also, you have levels with Beodor and
this is true. I think I can conclude that I would rather take like 12 Mukashaka over that girl. Like that is the worst NPC in any of these games.
Oh, yeah, I would agree.
Bar none.
I'm trying to think of a worse one, and
she is
think of one.
The worst
the only thing
I have ever seen.
The only thing I can think of is the extra dialogue on Nar Shaddaa, but even then, it wasn't really dialogue. It was just a fight. It was just, here's another enemy to shoot, and you're like, okay. But, like, yeah, that one's pretty rough. I get what they were going for, but it clearly wasn't very well thought out. Oh, yeah, it's more force forms. We just get them automatically. Lightsaber forms, yeah.
You know, just in addition to just generally not being a fan of child characters, Like adult
What?
that
You don't like children?
adult that thinks
Confirmed
like a
Woolie doesn't
child.
like children.
Hate them. Adult that thinks like a child is just fucking stop.
Hey, let's be completely fair right now here, though. Are you really an adult until you hit, like, 25?
Your brain doesn't stop growing until you're like near 30.
It's 25 is usually when your brain's fully developed.
Is that what the thing is?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I look at myself in my early 20s, and I was still a child. So, just you know, for perspective. I think also that it was supposed to be like, they didn't have a model for a teenager.
Okay.
And they only had a model for a small child, right? So it was probably like just have to assume she's like maybe 15 or 16.
Whatever, fourth grader. Sure.
And yes, I am gatekeeping adulthood. I'm only 28, and I'm only saying it's 25 because, boy, that was when things started going, oh, I think I'm starting to get it. I think I'm starting to figure out this adult... Ooh, skill system is really useful. Sorry, I didn't interrupt my own thought.
Yeah, no, it's just... That character just, like, scrapes on, like 5 different things that bother the shit out of me. She's a perfect storm of awful.
Do you want to see what skill system does? Want to see why there's some really good advantages? Let's just take a look at it. It's an implant.
Okay.
And we can actually throw it on. Oh, look, +4 to every skill.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good thing to have dexterity.
+4?
To every skill.
So we can...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want that crit, or do you want that +4 to every skill?
So we can do whatever T3 can do now, can't we?
I still think T3 has a higher thing because he's had more skill points than us to distribute, but I think we're basically on par with him now. Let's just see. Go over your 1 to the right. And let's go down. 32. Not demolition, not stealth, but, you know, fuck those things. And repair. Yeah, we're pretty high up there. At least our repair and computer use is on par, and now our persuade is basically, like, unfuck-upable, unless if it's like, this is something we can't persuade. But we're also using force persuade, so not the most useful, but still, that's a pretty good package. I'm liking that package.
All right, good drop.
Got a good package there.
Good drop.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go back to the camp. Yeah, swap out the party maybe too while we're at it. See if
Oh wait, did we? So we picked up another Karth gun, right?
Yes, we did.
So was Atten using it?
No one's using it.
No one's using it.
No
right?
one's using it.
Okay.
But we have 2. Want to give 2 Karth guns to someone just to really rub it in.
Yeah, I mean, not unless they're better than something else we have.
No, I mean right now we have the fully upgraded, they're probably a good damage gun, but they're not much better than the Mandalorian Rippers and stuff. I mean, they're not better at all, rather. They're not much better than the Sith Disruptor. Sith Disruptor, again, goes right through anything, so no shields count.
There you go. Have a power attack.
Give the wizard an attack, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Give the power attack to the wizard with a battle axe.
So that you can use it on me.
Yep.
Fuck. Force barrier. What about battle meditation level 3?
There we go. Big buff. Oh, we have another
one.
Do you have any, on the bottom there, do you have any attacks that we get up to maximum?
Disable droid.
Just give her lightning.
Death
or death field.
Death
There we
fields.
go. Good suck the health from everyone around him.
Okay, so she's got a couple levels to...
Yeah. We haven't pulled her out for a while.
We have not pulled her out for a while. That's why I did that.
Yeah.
Force barrier, sure.
That being said, because we haven't pulled her out for a while, maybe let's save right before we start talking to people in the in the encampment. She might not approve of our doing the right thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she might be like, hey, fuck you.
Which might turn her blue.
You never know.
Blue
God,
granny.
that'd be really fucking
Fuck
funny.
out of here.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Oh, you can give her Master Force Scream.
Yeah.
You can give her Master...
There's 0 chance that she's affected by anything we do.
Oh, yeah, she's in the middle.
Never, ever, ever affected.
No.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
can influence her,
It
but...
would be very weird if she was.
Yeah. I guess we could give her a lightsaber at some point, but...
Yeah.
We do have some extras.
But it's fun to give her the axe.
It is. I do agree. It's really fun. It's a good joke. Or just just give her hand-to-hand combat.
But it's
she has to fight
also-
with one hand.
It's also as crude and as brutal as she is.
That is, yep, thematically
You have to
appropriate.
understand.
Oh, I get it. Don't worry, it's not lost on me.
Thank you.
Looking at a rock.
No, just the map. Need the map
Fair
to,
enough.
you know.
Fair enough. No, I get it. I get it. All right, we got some people to talk to here.
Hey there,
Hey, Joran, we should really talk to Joran really quick.
previously awful lady that
really-
okay, all right. Well,
Really should talk to her or talk to him real quick.